Welcome back to the Morning Brew. My name is Erin Muffaletto, and we are here with Larry Aarons, and we're talking about the Local IQ music today, and we have Charlie with us. And he's going to talk to us a little bit more about what's happening in music this weekend.
Yes.
And tomorrow.
Good to see you.
And in general.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we actually got a really good interview in the IQ for this issue that came out today with a band called Band of Horses. That is a kind of indie, if you know the band, it's actually the Albuquerque Once Upon a Time band, the Shins. They sound very much like the Shins.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They were nominated for a Grammy for their previous album, Infinite Arms. They just had another album come out that's getting rave reviews. So that interview was done by Justin De La Rosa of the Local IQ.
Our food guy, yeah.
Local food critic in-house. And the story's great in the paper, and the Band of Horses is awesome. But we also have with us today Raven Chacon, who is a local musician and plays in tons of bands. And tomorrow night at the Launchpad, there will be a show. It's a CD release party for, I guess you would call it a super band called the Death Convention Singers, which is comprised of roughly 20 local musicians. The band there's 10 basses in the band, and
oh boy.
So is the whole thing going to be set up there at the Launchpad?
Yes.
Oh wow.
And it will be billed as the loudest band in Albuquerque. So it'll be awesome. It will be awesome. It'll be awesome. Raven is involved in a lot of different projects, and this one involves just about everyone in Albuquerque that is
part of the music scene.
That is involved in the music scene in a big
And that's
way.
tomorrow night.
That's tomorrow night at the Launchpad, and so I highly recommend. That's the one I'm going to go to.
Yeah.
So
You'll be there.
I'll be at that one, yeah. And so
I want to go back. There's a new issue of Local IQ out
Yes, sir.
today.
Yes, sir.
I want to go back to the previous issue, which was the what was it called? The poll. It was the
Smart List.
The Smart List. That's
Yes,
right.
Sir.
How'd as the music beat writer, how'd the readers do in evaluating bands? It's all about a reader's poll.
Oh.
Give them a grade. How'd they do with it?
I would give them an A, maybe a
Really?
low A.
An A minus?
An A minus, yeah. I mean, I think it was no surprise that Red Light Cameras took the best band category because, I mean, they're a great band for starts,
Sure.
And then beyond that, Barney Lopez, the guitar player, the amount of time and energy he puts into promoting the band is, I mean, that's half the business,
Yeah. Yeah.
3/4 maybe, 4/5, I don't know.
Yeah.
And so I think that was a fair call. And then same with, like we talked about with Chris Dracup winning the blues thing. I mean, the dude is, he's a local staple. I mean, he deserved the award. I mean, that was a good call. Same with Le Chat Lunatique. I mean, that is a great jazz.
Yeah.
I mean, they deserve to win. So yeah, I would say all in all, would I have chosen made all the same decisions? No, but I just write. I just
Well, that issue you just follow along. Now you're back into
writing mode.
Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah, no problem. How do you hear about this stuff? I mean, how do you dial into the music scene? Because there's people doing things all over the place.
It's constant. It's
I mean, do people contact you? What do you?
I wish that would be awesome. I'm hoping one day maybe.
You just have to always be out there.
I have to constantly be keeping, like going to the venues' websites and like looking to see who's coming in the next months, talking to the bands that I know around town, who's having. Because a lot of times, you can check the Launchpad's website and look at all the shows that are coming up. You can check Sister's website and see all the shows that are coming up. But that's not going to cover the shows that are at the smaller art galleries or someone's house, which might be a better show. And so you just have to constantly, and I mean, some people can't play in just one band, they play in several, and so it's like, trying to keep track of it all is, it's constant, it's full-time.
And in the new Local IQ that came out today, does that include a list of events going on this weekend?
Yes, it does. It does. It includes it includes a list of the week's happenings, all the venues, all the different, and it's not just music. There'll be a restaurant pick. There'll be all kinds of things. We do it. That's the idea of the whole magazine as a whole. Is to just cover what's happening locally.
By the way, here's the cover of the new issue. Local IQ. It's
Is that not awesome? Is that,
yeah.
yeah, I got this interview with this little guy. I don't know if you might have heard of him. His name's Aaron Paul, and so that's in there. And then they also got another one with another guy named Brian Cranston. I don't know if you've heard of him.
Just a few little
and so I'm excited. I haven't read it yet. I'm
a little
so excited.
show called Breaking Bad.
A little show called Breaking Bad. I don't know.
Features Albuquerque once in a while.
And they do a wonderful job of it. And I talked to a bunch of the crew members. I talked to Aaron Paul, and I mean, all of them had nothing but good things to say about the city. They all live here now. The crew was just, I mean, they were awesome.
Advocates
yeah,
for
I mean,
Albuquerque.
totally.
That's been the bonus to that show that we didn't see coming.
Right.
When those guys moved in here and started shooting Breaking Bad, I don't think the community had any idea that they would love us as much as we love them.
And I don't think they expected it either. I mean, in talking to Aaron Paul, I mean, they were just kind of, when they came here initially, they were just like, oh, where are we? What are we doing here? And then,
it's an awesome.
That's the unique thing about New Mexico. We kind of make people feel welcome and at home, and it's a little bit
sour with the sweet, you know.
Yeah,
we've got this beautiful, and that's what he said. You know, there's crime in every city. It's everywhere.
Yeah.
You're not going to move to Shangri-La or you know anywhere really. You're going to have the bad with the good anywhere, but we get a lot of good with our bad.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about the Band of Horses again. What's their musical style?
So the style, I mean, I have a hard time with genres. They bother me, but I think the best way to describe them would be as like an indie, meaning like, even though they're definitely not an independent label, it's like a smaller, even though, how to describe it? It's I compare them to the Shins a lot. They sound like the Shins. They sound like that real sort of melodic, a lot of guitar work, a lot of harmony. Very beautiful music. I mean, they're going to be here April 10th at the Sunshine.
Okay.
And
you can Google them and find out more.
Oh yeah, go to bandofhorses.com.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, totally. And go to that show for sure too. I mean, that's why it's at the Sunshine. It's a bigger venue. I mean, they're nominated for a Grammy. It's going to be a big show. I mean, it'll be awesome.
Since